The SoundDevices MM1 inline headphone monitoring amp, it's a mouthful, isn't it, is a very useful professional audio production component. It has many different uses, which you can read about in the online literature. But what we're going to demo in this video is our original purchase intention, which was to make it a way to have a wireless boom operator who can still hear what's being recorded. When you pop open the case, you'll see you should have an instruction, little cheat sheet manual. It tells you a little bit about the device and what's in it and what it can do. In the case, you should have two patch cables, one XLR patch cable unmarked, nothing marked on it, and one XLR patch cable that's marked 30 dB pad, if you can see that there, minus 30 dB pad. This is for dropping this device from line level, which is what it outputs natively, to mic level, which is what a lot of the wireless transmitters use. So that's where that'll be important. And then, of course, the actual device itself, the SoundDevices MM1, here it is. In the device should be two AA batteries, all set and ready to go. There's one. There's two AA batteries, all set and ready to go. We'll pop those back in. There is a diagram on the back that tells you what direction to put them. So insert the plus first. We'll do that. Plus goes in, and then we'll tighten it up. To test the batteries, you want to use the power switch on the front and flip it to internal. So we'll do that. And we'll get the little green light telling us that life is good. Okay. So we'll turn that off for now. Turn it to the middle position for off. The far position is external for an external power adapter, which we don't have at this time. So it's either batteries or off. So I've got my boom here. It's all ready to go, hooked up, powered on, and life is beautiful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take our short patch cable, not marked. This is not the minus 30 dB pad. This is just the normal, maybe 2-3 foot XLR cable. I'm going to attach that to my boom. Click it in. And then the other side I'm going to attach to the mic in on the back of the MM1, or the underside. We've got our mic in and line out XLR connections. We also have some options for the type of microphone that we're going to be using, whether it's a dynamic mic or other mic that might require phantom power. You can switch two types of phantom power here. It's either off, 12 volts, or 48 volts. For the microphones that you get from the equipment room, all of the shotgun microphones, the long shotguns, will come with a AA battery already installed, so you don't need phantom power. The only mic that's going to need phantom power is a short shotgun mic. So if you were traveling and you wanted to use the short shotgun on a Canon 7D, for instance, but you didn't want to go through the hassle of using a Zoom recorder, you just wanted to plug something right into the camera. What you can do is you could use the MM1 to generate your phantom power to power that microphone, and then connect the output of the MM1 to the input of the camera. You'd still need to use the 30 dB pad cable, okay, because the Canon camera only accepts mic level, not line level inputs. Might as well plug in our headphones while we're at it. So I've got my headphones. Now I'm going to power it on. Internal, and we're on. On the front of the MM1 unit, starting from left to right, there are some switches. First one is a high-pass filter, which will filter out all of the low frequencies, rumbles, things of that nature. It's got two positions. You can either set it to off, of course, or a frequency of 80 Hertz or 160 Hertz. So that's the first switch. Next switch is a limiter. So it'll reduce the risk of peaking on your mic level signals. Next is the mic preamp control. This is what sets your audio level sending out of this device elsewhere. It is not a fine-tuning level adjustment dial. It clicks in and locks at different positions. So it's not a standard mixer pot. It will click. So you might have to turn it up for some microphones, might have to turn it down for others, of course depending on the microphone and the conditions that you're working in. So we're just going to start right in the middle. Monitor gain. You probably won't use it too much. On the back of the MM1 is a separate monitor in. So if you needed to monitor a mix source or comm chatter or something like that, you could plug that in and monitor that independently of the other microphone. But for the most part, you're probably not going to use that at all, so just keep that down. Next is your headphones. This is your personal level adjustment, so you can hear it louder or quieter, and it will have no effect whatsoever on the output signal. Notice there's no actual meter on this box, okay? No metering options, so you just have to set it and trust that it's going to work. Where we'll check that level is at the camera when we hook it into the camera. That being said, if we were just going to hook into the camera and run a long line, take our line out, plug it into an XLR to the camera, and notice it does say it's a line out signal, okay? So even though we are using a microphone, when we plug into the camera, we want to switch that switch, or flip the switch, to line and not a mic input. If you are going to use a wireless kit, so I've got the wireless plug-on transmitter here, you're going to need to use the -30 dB pad cable. Okay, this is the one that's marked -30 dB pad. And the reason for this is these wireless transmitters will only accept a mic level input. The MM1 outputs a line level input, so the problem is there that all the audio would be distorted if you just directly connected the two. But we've built a pad, a cable that will drop the level of the signal from line level down to mic level so that we can use it with these wireless transmitters. So I'll plug the pad cable in, and then we'll plug in as if it was any other normal microphone. Once everything's hooked together, I'm going to clip the belt clip portion of the wireless transmitter and also the belt clip portion of the MM1. I'm going to put them both on my belt. Try to have the wireless transmitter a couple inches away from the MM1 just to avoid any interference issues. How you assemble all of this on your hip is completely up to you. Do whatever is comfortable. So what we have done, we've got our shotgun mic on our boom, plug the boom into the MM1. So right now I can hear exactly what this boom mic is picking up. And on the tail end of the MM1 we've got our wireless transmitter. Again, we've got that pad cable dropping the line level output of the MM1 to mic level, which is what the mic receiver and transmitter unit need. Okay. At our camera, we've got the receiver plugged into one of the mic inputs just as if it was any other wireless mic. And when we do that, we've got clean signal at the camera. Now if the signal is a little too low, we can use the preamp on the MM1 to boost the signal. Okay. If you're using a wireless kit, you've also got some level adjustment in the wireless. Read up about the wireless to adjust the level there. A little bit of trial and error, a little bit of practice, trying a few different levels out, okay, and you will get eventually very good, clean signal that is recording exactly what you want to record.